Satnam. Welcome to Rainy Gate. Welcome to Rainy Gate 2024. I have been waiting for the rain to stop, but it won't. So here we are. Rainy Gate, 888 Rainy Gate. The abundance is raining down. It's pouring down on us in heaps and piles and mountains of rain. So sorry about the weird lighting, but we have rain codes. We have an abundance of rain codes for you to receive, and like to record these videos in the portal, like in the portal day, because it records the energy. The energy holds, so every time you revisit this video, you will be back in the 888 portal of abundance. Sorry, I had myself like sort of together, and I started recording this. And then my baby starseed decided to throw himself off the stairs. And he bumped his head. Throwing himself off the stairs isn't wild. That's pretty standard for him. He's sensory seeking. He's fearless. We even have like a movie stunt pad, like a crash pad on the ground for him to jump from the staircase to, because he does it so much. But I guess he misgauged. He just got his haircut, his first like big haircut. And you know how the hair is like the extension of the nervous system? I wonder if he's like off, like a cat when you cut their whiskers, you know? He just came back from his grandma's. So he might just be like, because he never falls, he never hurts himself. And he just like really hurt himself when I was in the middle of filming. Well, not in the middle, in the beginning of filming this. Anyway. Blah, blah, blah. All this to say happy Lionsgate. I hope your portal is going wonderfully. If you watched my Instagram live, you heard my spiel about Lyra, what's going on in Lyra right now, why we're feeling the heightened magic that we feel. The red temple of Lyra right now is in alignment with our planet, and it's broadcasting down this beautiful flow of love and offerings and worship being given to the Mother Earth. So yeah, if you're not on Instagram, if you're just on YouTube, you didn't hear that whole spiel, but there is a rise in elevation and vibration at this time right now, and it's going to go on until about August 20th. August 17th, August 20th will be the official close of the Lionsgate energy window. And the Lionsgate it's a celestial alignment, and it causes an opening in your personal Lionsgate, which is in your heart. Your heart is the Lionsgate. Opening the Lionsgate requires the removal of fear, and that has been the theme of this portal. My guides call this a course correction, this window that we're in. They're calling it a course correction. Anywhere that you were heading to in your life that was being driven by fear, like scarcity, lack, making you make decisions of being like pressed up against a wall about something, those make you change timelines. If you ever get a chance to choose bravery and courage, or choose the fear-based choice, and you choose the fear-based choice, you went to a lower timeline every time. Every time you fight through the guardian, the fear is just a gatekeeper. Fear is a mechanism to keep you safe. It's a built-in mechanism to keep you safe. And when you recognize it as that, then you don't have to believe it. You know, you're like, oh, you're just an automatic thing that has been built into me to make me stay alert and cautious and not like walk into fire and stuff. But it can get really, really out of hand, especially with the negative mind, positive mind whole thing going on. Once a fear pattern has developed, it holds in so many different places, in the heart, in the sacral, in the root, deeply, deeply in the root chakra. It hides all over your lifetimes, different Akashic patterns, epigenetic fear patterns, cosmogenetic fear patterns. There's fear patterns just like everywhere, and sometimes they can become like really, really subconscious, and you just keep making fear-based decisions, and you go on lower and lower timelines. So with these like beautiful Saturn retrogrades, these backward flowing planetary movements, we get a chance to do a do-over. Think of the backward movement as like a peel back, like a revisit, like you want to go back and try again. You get this chance when the planets start moving backwards, and we're in the energy of the Lion's Gate, so it's a lot of like fixing and lifting. Like I was saying in IG, it's the golden energy of ascending, that ascending, lifting energy, that Lagima force. It's a city, it's an actual city, which is a supernatural power. It's called Lagima, and it's lightning. It's if somebody has a Lagima city, then they can float, they can levitate, they can become like air, and that upward rising force it's like a thing. It's like a magical force. Like anything that like stands upward, a flower moving upward, even if you want to think about like an erection moving upward, like that serpent, that cobra moving upward, all of these upward rising forces, like the power of like the phallus power. It's a power, it's a force, and it is the force of ascension. It is the force of defying gravity, of coming out of the threshold of the material and transcending into spiritual. It's an upward rising force. So that is the golden frequency. That when we're working with golden beings, golden dragons, golden rays, golden whatever, it's going to catalyze an upward rising energy and whatever it's directed at. So that energy, that frequency is coming in this portal, in this time. The golden ray is everywhere and just available to be utilized if you're aware of its presence. If you're not aware of its presence, it's just going to make your life a little bit fun and a little bit better. It's going to affect you very surface. Awareness really Awareness really activates like your ability to interact with these things. The other force that's coming in is this Syrian royal blue force. And anyone who has Syrian DNA, please let me know how you feel in this portal, because it's wild. It's like a little bit, I don't know. It should not, like, to be this magical feels a little like, is this allowed? Like, who allowed this? Who checked off on this? Okay. I'm not going to say anything, but yeah, so the Syrian energy, this royal blue energy, the Sirius star is one of the stars that activates our Lion's Gate alignment. It's broadcasting this royal blue energy towards us. And that energy, where other wavelengths of frequency that we perceive as color move on different wavelengths, in different ways, different patterns. If you see energy and you see different colors, you'll see that it moves differently. And blue moves on a diagonal. The color blue has the power of slicing because it moves on a diagonal, and we are in this grid, this matrix grid. So if you think of things are in these little like cubes, like the yantras are always set up in these little like square cubes. That's kind of like how the grid works too. And when different frequencies come in, it affects it differently. And the blue frequency moves on this slicing frequency. So if you use it with intention, you can slice through blocks. If a square is a block and the blue comes in and slices it in half, it makes two triangles. Triangles are much more productive than squares, I guess. Depends on how you work with it. But a triangle is like a wonderful tool. It can do so much. I think it's just better to have two triangles than a block. So we use the frequency of blue to slice through our blocks. Just know that these frequencies are available in the field right now. So if there's something coming up in your mind that is just you're getting stuck at, writer's block or financial block or a love block or whatever, you feel like I cannot make any headway with this, you sit and meditate with it in that royal blue color. Let that royal blue color just saturate it and do what it does. You don't really have to put too much thought into it. And then you can, you want to get fancy, you can add the golden too, because that's how our guides are using it. It's so beautiful. It's like removing, and as soon as something is removed, it instantly uplifts it, which I think is causing these powerful upgrading effects, like out and up and out and up and out and up. So the guides that I work with are specifically working with removing fear, and letting you have this opportunity with this peel back. The Akashic records are open. Timelines are pliable and malleable now and available to like jump to a destiny timeline. If you were getting propelled by fate, if you're getting like pushed into your fate because like everything is like, I have no power, I can't do anything, everything is just like out of my control. Now is the time during this window to change that and chunk it up into a destiny timeline where you're propelled by the winds of destiny, which is a completely different vibe and a much more fun vibe. Trust me. Being in the winds of fate and being on the waves of destiny, they both are very rapid. They both move very fast. When you step into your destiny timeline, it's also like equally like a force. Like the universe is like, here you go. We've been fucking waiting for you to jump on this, you know, and get here. And fate will also quickly propel you into like a really crappy time. And it's supposed to make you feel crappy because you wanna avoid it. That's the point. To stop making those kind of decisions. Sometimes it's harder than just saying that because of where we are, because of the environment we live in. This 3D matrix is rough. A lot of us starseeds, high vibrational beings that are incarnated and awakened in this time now, have a hard go of it in this world because we are not from, when people say such a low dimension, we're saying this is a place where good and evil coexist. And in higher dimensions, that gets farther and farther apart. Where I think I saw it once say, like, in Sat Yuga, like the demon world and the God world were separate worlds. And then in Treta Yuga, like demons and gods could live in the same world. And then in Dwapara Yuga, I forget what Dwapara Yugas was, but it was like evil and good can live within the same bloodline. And then it was like in the Iron Age and Kali Yuga, good and evil can live in one person. Like it can live, one person can inhabit both of these things in this world. It's not so separate. I think Mama Gaia herself is made partially from the fat of demons. In some of these stories, they say like the original earth was too soft. It was too consciousness. It wasn't formed. There wasn't enough form to it. It was just beautiful and light. Like Devi made it just like gorgeous and light and like couldn't really hold anything. And then if you know the story of like Kaitaba, Madhu and Kaitaba, who crawled out of Narayan's ear, these two little demons that crawled out of his ear. When they were defeated, they were melted in some fire. You know, these things get crazy. And they turned into fat. That melted into fat that dropped into the earth, and it allowed her to hold form. You know, like, we're able to walk on solid ground. Something had to build up a tenacity to hold that. And that tenacity is built. Those mountains are built. That strength is built through these dualistic forces that are constantly grinding against each other. This is why we are so formed. And in other places, other dimensions, higher dimensions, there is no physicality. There is no physical body. It's all subtle. It's all soft. There's not that concrete hardness that happens. Like, that's why good and evil, I hope I'm making sense. That's why good and evil can exist in this dimension, because the world is made out of both. That's why they can kind of like play out here. And so if you are coming from a higher dimension where these kind of things don't really fly, never really happen or kind of talked about, you know, but we don't like live it can hit you really hard. But it can hit you really hard to like hold the light that you have and feel the contrast of living in this place. And one of my favorite most beautiful, most loving being that I've ever worked with is Narasimha, and he is an avatar of Vishnu. He's an avatar of Narayan, and who is the creator of this whole world. Narayan is dreaming of you right now. That's why you exist. And he comes in different forms, sometimes at different times. But there is this one time where he came in the form of a half lion, half man, because he was just being like loophole king, brilliant god of the century, and came to like save his devotee, who, this is why I love Hinduism, because like, and especially when I can see it through the perspective of how growing up with like Western Christianity in my mind. When you approach God from the Eastern perspective, God is everywhere. It's not just a good thing. You know, we get really caught up in like, God is only things that make me happy. God is only things that treat me nice. God is only things that are really soft and wonderful to me. And then the other things are this completely separate thing that I hate, that I don't want to deal with, and I don't know like where it came from, blah, 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 and I don't even want to talk about it. Don't even look at it, right? And that's so confusing to the psyche because it's so far from what reality is constantly showing us, which is why I feel like people are always like, if God's so good, then why is there suffering? You know, how can God let children suffer? And blah, 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 blah. Because they're still thinking that God is just one thing. And the source of all of this embodies all of this. Right? So it's all things, and it's beautifully compartmentalized. I'm sorry for calling you it, Narayan, but whatever. What I love about some of the Hindu texts is God shows up in demon worlds, and that used to blow my mind because I'm like, demons practice Dharma? What? Like, how does a demon worship Vishnu? It just broke down my, you know, my conditioning, my conceptual, my concepts that were concretized in my psyche about like what God does, who worships God, what God provides. It like blew my mind. And like I always run into this in Eastern spirituality where I'm like, huh? What? And then I have to sit and let like my brain melt a little bit, which is so good for me. And then like fight with it and like how resist it and be like, I don't like that. Like, and then like talk to God about it, you know, and then be like, okay. And then you come out of all of your resistance fighting through your programming and you're like, oh, okay. And you become more big and expansive and able to accept more because you accept more about God and like the just behavior of creation. And it's just wonderful. Anyway, Narasimha has been so loud in the field because of all this Lyran talk and all this lion talk and all this, like, I don't know. He shows up for me at different times randomly and just like callings, like, you know, back in some lifetime I wrote down like, you know, show up at this time or whatever. And it does, it's like this terrifying, like half lion, half man, multi-armed God. He's like full ferocious face, claws out, teeth out. He's got blood dripping. He's like ripping a demon in half. This is how they portray him. He's like pulling the entrails of the demon out. And like, it's just, when you see God, this is not usually what you think of. But his story is so badass, right? Because in the world of demons, or asuras, what they're called is asuras, there was a pregnant asura, and she was pregnant with a baby, and I think she was a devotee of Vishnu. Please don't come at me in the comments because I'm messing this story up. But she went to some ashram where she heard the chanting of the Lord's name. She heard the chanting of Narayan, 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 Narayan. And you hear the birds chirping. If you know that mantra, like, that's really all you need. If you ever get into a bind in your mind, you start chanting Narayan, it just all kind of falls out of the way. But so the baby got imprinted with this code of Narayan. And when he was born, that's all he would say. And he was just deeply devoted to the Lord. You know, this was pre-planned before he came in, but it was just, it needed to be witnessed in this lower realm. And like Narasimha has been telling me to tell this story, to apply it to the field of the starseed, to apply it to the field of the light worker. You are in a fallen matrix, right? Okay, so this baby comes in to this like demon world, and he's actually born to the king of the demons, which is his dad. And talk about picking a fun bloodline, and he's just obsessed with Narayan. And there's a couple times in his life where his dad asks him, who is the most powerful being to you? Like, who is the most powerful being in the world? And he says Narayan. And his dad is, you know, the king of the demons. He's like, you're supposed to say my name, goddammit. And, you know, tells the teachers to get this kid's head together. Why, you know, sends him away to school with mentors, like, you better show him who the king is, blah, blah, blah. I'll be back to ask him in a little bit. And he Prahlad, the kid's name is Prahlad. He ends up getting all of like the students in the school to also start chanting Narayan. Like, he's just intoxicated with the Lord, and it bleeds out of him. It oozes into everyone, and everyone else catches his ecstasy for Narayan. And so imagine this kid in the world of demons just spreading Narayan's name, and the positive benefits that comes with that probably was frowned upon. So the big day happens, where his dad like comes back and he's like, I'm gonna ask him again, who is the most powerful man in this fucking bitch? And he's I'm sorry. And so he pulls him up. It's like this big to do, and he asks him like, who's the most powerful dude in this realm? And Prahlad says, Narayan. Narayan, Narayan, Narayan. It's like all he says. And so his dad, the demon king, demons can ask for boons too. Demons can also do sadhana and tapasya and ask for supernatural powers. So he had a boon from Brahma to like not be, he made this weird loophole deal, like I can't be killed at night, I can't be killed in the day, I can't be killed outside, I can't be killed inside, I can't be killed on the earth, I can't be killed in the air, I can't be killed by an animal or a human, I can't be killed by like, he like made all of these things because he's thinking I'm so smart. If I make all of these like situations, nobody can kill me, right? So he starts going off on his son because he's like, I've had it. I paid so much for private school for you to tell me who the most powerful person is me. And you keep saying it's Narayan. So he starts smashing up everything in the room. He's like, is Narayan in here? And Prahlad's like, yeah. And then he's like, psh, and like smashes it. And he's like, is Narayan in this chair? And Prahlad's like, yeah. And he's like, psh, and smashes it. And then he's like pointing to a pillar. He's like, is Narayan in this pillar? And Prahlad's like, yeah. And then he smashes it. And then this freaking human lion beast jumps out of the pillar and grabs him and puts him on his knee and like rips him open. I get chills when I'm talking about it. And like, cause you're like, talk about God coming in for the underdog. And he's just furious. Narayan's just furious. He's like this roaring beast man. He's so huge. He's like, in that impression, just that impression. That's why I think the Murti, the idols are constantly made in that pose of him like ripping this guy open. Hiranyakashipu, I think his name is. But it's like holding his truth in the realm of hell, in the hell realm, holding his truth with his dad going off, like probably about to hurt him. This kid has been so abused by his dad probably more asuras because of his love for God, but he couldn't lie about it. He didn't pretend to be like them. His truth, embodying and holding who he was, just owning himself, changed other people to also start chanting the Lord's name, right? And when he got back into the corner of corners, God was like, oh, no, you motherfucking didn't. I know you didn't come for Prahlad. Even fuck all these loopholes. Like, I will find a way. He's like, I'm not a beast. I'm not an animal. I'm half man, half lion. I didn't kill you on the ground. I didn't kill you on the air because you were on my knee. And he was like not inside. He wasn't outside. He was like under a gazebo. It was twilight. It was between day and night. He found like the perfect moment. And I think he only stayed on this earth in his form of Narasimha for 7.5 minutes or hours. I don't know. I heard somewhere from a Swami that Narasimha only existed in that form on this earth for 7 hours, 7.5 hours, or 7.5 minutes. Something that made me like, what? You know, I thought he was just like walking around like that. No, like he turned into that just to save Prahlad, just to make this big like, you hold it down for me, I hold it down for you, in like the craziest way. Like nobody could calm him down. Lakshmi couldn't calm him down. Prahlad had to come up with like flowers and singing praises to him and like, look, you saved me, you did what you were supposed to do, you can calm down, like you can stop shouting now, you're scaring everybody. Like the power of the creator, woo, shows itself. Their self, herself, it's his self. When you are holding your light, nothing is scaring you. In the face of the king of demons, nothing can make you say what you see you don't see, you know? Nothing can make you say what's not actually in your heart. And that is the message to the starseeds now, in this time that we are in. No matter how afraid you are to be yourself, no matter how afraid you are to go like take your shoes off in the middle of a park with a bunch of people and ground, or to hug a tree, or to talk to the sky, or to say like, you know, people are even afraid to say that they're sensing vibes, right? Because people get a little bit of like, oh, who do you think you are? Or I don't know what people think, but there's a lot of times when us as sensitive beings hide how sensitive we are, hide in fear what we see and how we work through this reality and what we are privy to connect with. Like we just keep it to ourselves, you know? And I think that time is over. I think the Lyrans are really saying like, no, you stop pretending to be the Asuras. Because that's what we're doing in this situation. By muting your gifts, by silencing your gifts, by shutting down your gifts, you're pretending to be a handicapped person. That's what a muggle is. That's what a disconnected person from spirit is. It's a disability. It's a handicap. And by dumbing down your gifts, being not so eccentric or whatever you think it is, you're pretending to be a handicapped person when you are a fully capable person, right? And so it's a little bit of embracing the cringe. This is always our message. Embrace the cringe. Oh my God. This Yogi Bhajan literally just slid off the pillow and was like, hey, you're going to teach the meditation yet? Yeah, I'm on it. So yeah, so this is about removing fear and elevating your status as a highly developed, super rich incarnation being, gifted, ascended being upon this earth, and just like removing the fear out of your heart and letting you just be that, letting you just exist as that. That's like the biggest upgrade of all upgrades, living from the heart space. And moving the fear out is the first step. And also because we're in the portal day, we're in this manifestation portal day, we're going to do a portal meditation where we are going to create a white hole. You know, black holes, they pull in all matter, light, sound. I think Einstein has theorized that there are white holes, but nothing has ever actually seen a white hole or found a white hole. But he's theorized that they have to exist. We just don't know how to see them or measure them yet. So if you think there's a black hole that pulls everything in, there's a white hole that pushes all matter out. And there are in existence. And everything in our body is microcosmic replica of the cosmic body, the macrocosmic. cosmos. So everything that the cosmos has, your body also has. The ancient sages, the ancient rishis, they knew, talk about ancient sages. Hi, Charlie. They knew what to do to activate these different cosmic technologies within you. And there's a mudra that they have called the white hole mudra that creates a white hole. And so when you're working with manifestations, we have a technology that actually lets you create matter, right? Push out matter, like you turn into the 3D printer. So when you're working with this meditation, make sure you're holding in some sort of thing that you want to get going. It can be very vague, it can be very specific, but that's just something to hold on to. I'm going to make Charlie popcorn and then I'll come back and do the meditation. Okay, bye. Okay, so we don't have popcorn. I know, Mom of the Year. But Teddy Grahams to the rescue. So let's tune in so we can eliminate fear and elevate timelines and have a bitchin' time on Earth. Rub your hands together. To make heat, you want to feel heat between your hands. This balances both sides of your aura. Both hemispheres of your brain are waking up. Okay, inhale. Bring the thumb joints to the sternum. Hold the breath. Sit straight up. Spine straight. Chin tucked in. Exhale. Inhale. Pull the root lock up. Pull up the rectum and sex organs like you're stopping your urination. Hold the breath. And exhale. And one more big inhale. Pull the root lock up. Feel the light moving up the spine, up the back of the neck, and out of the crown into the heavens. Good. Exhale. And inhale to tune in. Press the palms together. Call in the golden light of Lyra, a pillar of golden light surrounding your aura. And exhale. Hold this visual around you. Hold this golden dancing light around you while we chant the protection mantra. Inhale. Hari Kure Name Juga Hari Kure Name Sat Kure Name Sri Guru Deva Vehi Name Hari Kure Name Hari Kure Name Sat Kure Name Sri Guru Deva Vehi Name Hari Press the palms, pull the root lock up, hold the breath. Roll the eyes up and in. Look at the brow point through the closed eyes and press the tip of the tongue up against the roof of the mouth. Hold the breath, make the golden light brighter. Good, and exhale. And relax your hands down. Okay, so we're gonna do this breath work to eliminate fear. And if you've ever worked with me before, then you know while you're doing the Kriya, I am going to be doing energy work. So it's more intense than just a regular Kundalini yoga practice. If you are familiar with Kundalini yoga, if you're not familiar with Kundalini yoga, then great, you have nothing to compare it to. Wonderful. Okay, I'm looking for music. 'Cause I'm every woman. I was about to say, 'cause I'm not prepared. Welcome. Welcome to the crazy. Why didn't you pick up? Oh, we're gonna have to edit this bad boy. Or not. Sometimes I like to leave the chaos.
And that's what the real essence of movement.
I love when they put Yogi Bhajan's voice in the music. This is also the mantra I put on Instagram. This is the mantra of the portal. Chatra, Chakra, Varti, and Apsahai Hoa are the mantras of this portal. Until the 20th, you should be cranking those. I'll put those in the link, maybe if I remember. Also, the theme of the Lionsgate portal is BB Belt. It's either BB Belt or BB My Belt by Ice Spice. Don't ask me why. Just listen to it. You might get profoundly offended. I hope you don't. But fun fact, my genius blue avian star child, who's just like a crazy, crazy genius about astrology, is like just a master of natal charts. And he was looking at Ice Spice's Fame, like the song that took her kind of from like a nobody to like now she's talking to Nicki Minaj. That happened on August 10th last year. We're coming into these times where big, crazy ka-chunk. You're in fate and you can ka-chunk into destiny. I love ka-chunk. It makes sense. You can just, I'm in a destiny thing now. I'm not doing that fate stuff anymore. And that can happen in these times if you have the awareness. And like your celestial ancestor guides love you enough to like lead you to some sort of meditative practice during this window. So say thank you, because they love you so much. I'm stalling. I got distracted by talking about Ice Spice. But that song is literally the theme. I don't know why. It just is. When you play it, you'll be like, yeah, that's the vibe. That is the vibe of this Lionsgate. This is the mantra that eliminates fear. Okay. This is a 3-part Kriya. So, do your best to sustain the arm position. It's going to hurt. It's supposed to hurt. That helps. A little bit of awareness about that hurt. So you're going to sit straight. I have my notes. Chin in, chest out. Bring your arms straight out to the sides. I'm going to put them in front of the camera just so you can see. But it's a little bit wider. It's more like here. Okay, so the elbows are up at the same level as the shoulders. The palms face downwards. Bend the elbows so that the forearms and the fingertips point straight downwards. You'll feel a stretch in your armpits. Okay. So it's like this. I think I wrote the wrong thing. It's like this. First, the palms are down. They're a little bit wide. I'm just making it smaller so you can see, but it's just like this. And you're going to close your eyes. I hope you're in the position already. Close your eyes, and through the closed eyes, you're going to look down through your chin, like you're looking right through your chin, down through your belly button to your lap and everything. And just breathe deeply and slowly here. We're going to be here for 3 minutes.
All therapies and all health and all knowledge is going to be absolutely obsolete. People need immediately self-exalted experience. And that's what whole essence of human life is.
The energy moving under the palms. Focus on the palms. Make sure the shoulders are looking down. The elbows are up. Remember, I said it's supposed to hurt. You only have about a minute and a half left. So breathe deeper. Breathe more slowly. Believe it or not, this will make the time pass faster. Becoming fearless. Okay, now don't move the arms. What you're going to do is turn the palms up. Turn the palms up. This will stretch the wrist. Do the best you can to turn the palms upwards. Continue through the closed eyes. Look down through the chin. Continue with the slow, deep breath. Eyes looking down through the chin. Sarva Sarvada Sarva Jugate Jukala the more you heal. Fill your belly with air when you inhale. Hold as long as you can. Exhale as long as you can. Important that the arms do not go down until we're finished.
All therapies and all health and all knowledge is going to be absolutely obsolete. People need immediately self-exalted experience. And that's what whole essence of human life is.
Now you're going to turn the palms like this. The pinky is up and the thumbs are down. Still spread. Eyes closed, looking down through the chin. Breathing long and deep breath. This is the last one, so breathe long and deep. Do this for yourself. When you get to walk through this world fearless, this pain will be worth it. All nervous twitches is nervous resetting. What we're doing in our hands is also happening in our brains, in our heart center. Deeper breath, 30% more breath. Deep inhale, long hold, long exhale, long hold the breath out. Here's the last 30 seconds. Let yourself twitch and tremble. And inhale deep and relax the hands down. So amazing, so incredible. Just let your shoulders relax before we jump into the next thing. what Yogi Bhajan was saying, what he was recorded saying in that song that keeps repeating was like, there's gonna be this time, and this was recorded a while ago, and he's like very prophetic. A lot of the things he's just straight up reading from like way ancient prophecies, that he's like, there's gonna be this time where all wisdom, knowledge, therapies, all help is going to be obsolete, and people are going to need these practices. These technologies were meant for this time. They were built for these people. They were built for the Aquarian person. That is you, the starseed, the high vibrational person. Doesn't need medicine, doesn't need big pharma, doesn't need therapy. Talk therapy will not eliminate fear for you. Shadow work will not eliminate fear out of your life and your decision making based on it. But these practices will, actually moving the energy out of your mind. But we just, right now, that these are all positions that activate different centers in the mind. And when you do the long, deep breathing, you're just relaxing, and releasing, and doing these practices in the container of the Blu-ray Lionsgate golden energy. Is just like, yeah, okay, 9 minutes of shoulder hurting to eliminate fear is not so bad. I'll take it. These straight up blonde patches. Are you so happy to be home? I missed you so much. Look at the piggies. Why are you sniffing me?
I want to try for a dog.
Okay. Abracadabra.
No, wait. I have to be bitten first.
Oh, copper bite him.
Yeah, he had to bit me so hard to turn to a dog.
I don't know. I don't like it.
I had.
There's got to be a nicer way to turn into a dog. Let's see. Drink this. Did you hear that? You're growling.
You gonna let me? Gonna bite me?
No, he's growling because he thinks you're a dog now.
What?
It worked. Okay, turn back into a boy. Oh, phew. You like him again? What are you drinking? You're drinking too many potions. Now you're gonna turn into an octopus. Okay, time travel shorty. We're at dusk. See that royal blue sky? And it's raining again. The whole time that I was like getting the kids food, it was not raining. And then I come back to finish this video and the rain just starts again. But look at the sky. So this is the hue where it's really activated in, the veil gets a little bit thin at twilight times. So if you focus on that color, it will change to violet. It will start off like a royal blue, and you can kind of shift it to an ultraviolet that will get deeper and deeper and deeper, and that's a very healing frequency to let kind of saturate your eyeballs and your vision. And what we see is just like the tip of the iceberg about what's happening. So you see a beautiful sky, think about what's happening energetically. This is definitely a blessed container, a beautiful royal blue Syrian container that we can do this practice in. So we're going to make a white hole. And the mudra to create a white hole is thumbs touching, index finger, Jupiter fingers touching, and the rest are kind of in a fist. And they don't have to be like up at the pads, they can just be like in a fist. And that's going to be right here. I just realized all the people who are scared of Illuminati might hate this. I'm sorry if you are. Hopefully the last Kriya we did just eliminated your fear so you can get past all the things in the world that are trying to attack you. And start using some of these power things for yourself. Oh, rain. All right. So the finger's going to be in front of your face. The tip of your pyramid should be around the third eye. And the elbows are relaxed. And it's okay if it kind of falls, but keep it like right here. If you were doing a black hole mudra, the knuckles would be touching. But because we're creating matter, they're open to like push out. So you can hold an intention. You can hold a vision of something that you want to experience, something that you would like to have the experience of, something that you would like to elevate, something that you would like to just have, or you can leave it open. And we're asking the Lyran presences that are connected with us to step into our spaces right now. Whoa, did you see that? Just turn golden. And just fill us with that golden energy. To fill us with that golden light. And if you're watching this video, you're connected with me and my consciousness. You're also connected with the Lyran beings that are connected with me. And just being open to this. I don't know if you can honestly see this or if it's I'm seeing this with my third eye. But it's like flashing gold. Thank you, Lyrans. Thank you, Syrians. Lionsgate is like, remember when I said it's like, is magic, are you allowed to be this magic in the third dimension? Like, I don't think, anyway, we're not gonna, hey teacher, you forgot to give us homework. We're not gonna be that kid. We're gonna be like, oh my God, they gave us too much magic. It's okay, so fingers here, in front of the face, elbows relaxed, and you wanna kind of relax the arms because we're gonna be here for a while. So start off with the intention, but don't hold it. Don't calcify your concentration. Just like start off with an intention, push it through the mudra and let it go. Let the meditation take you where it's going to take you. This meditation uses a sound code. This is a cosmic sound code, the celestial key code of Earth in relative perspective to the rest of the cosmos. Like this is a password, if so to speak. To opening portals. Most of the time this mantra is used for healing because it just opens you up to celestial energy. You come in complete alignment with like the whole point of this place, and there's a lot of deep physical body healing that can happen spontaneously when you just get into that harmony. The mantra is Ra Ma Da Sa Sa Se So Hung. Rama Da Sa Sa Se So Hung. 8. It's 8. It's a motherfucking 8. 888. So Rama Da Sa Sa Se So Hung. Ra is the sun. Ma is moon. Da is the earth. So when you're saying these sounds, you're aligning with like the configuration of this place. Ra, Ma, Da, Sa. Sa is infinity. So Sa is everything that's outside of this physical realm. That's like from the creator, from the perspective of the reality itself, right? And then Se is infinity through the perspective of you. Your individual experience of being an infinite being. And then Hung, Sa Se So Hung. I don't remember the so, and I don't want to make up something. I would, I'm a Gemini, but I don't want to. I want to develop Vox City, so I'm trying not to lie. What is so? I can't remember, but I know saying Sa twice is what is like the above, below principle. It activates the infinite nature twice. And then Sa Se is your infinity. So is the totality. So is the totality of all of it. And then Hung is the action word of God that like kind of puts it all into motion. So we don't really have to understand like everything about why this works, but know that this is a cosmic gate key. Hey. Okay, so this is like a celestial port key. We're going to use it holding the portal mudra. We're going to sing it in a very specific scale. I'm going to play the mantra. Once you hear it, it's built into your DNA. This scale, these tones, this sound, these sounds are built into your DNA. So once you hear it, you're going to be like, okay, you'll never unhear it. It's part of you. So you have to sing it at this specific kind of scale that activates the portal. Okay, so we're just going to activate the white portal. It's kind of a little bit of a long meditation. It's about 20 minutes. Make sure you're going to the bathroom, getting water, getting whatever you need before we begin. So you might want to pause it now. So I want you to know this is like real wizard magic. This is like, because we're in the times we're in, we have access to be allowed to know these things and just like teach them on YouTube, which is wild to me. There's so much that I don't say, but when I am allowed, when I'm like given permission to teach specific things that are like just life-changing, it makes me really excited. Okay, ready? So where are the eyes? Are the eyes anywhere? The eyes are just closed. Did I write anything for the eyes? Elbows relaxed down. Sit in cross-leg position, spine straight. You're like this. So just close your eyes. I didn't write anything about the eyes, so just close them. And go deeply into the breath right now. You can start right now. I'm going to start our timer. So just hold the mudra and start breathing deeply. And we're going to sing together for 21 minutes. Ramadasa. Sa, se, so, hum. And hopefully I'll remember to write this on the bottom of the screen too. Okay. That is not what I wanted. I wanted it on the speaker. It's better on the speaker. Okay, here we go. Sa, se, so. Sa Ramadasa Sa Se Soham 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 Ramadasa Sa Se Soham. And lower, keep the mudra, and we're going to begin breath of fire. So inhale and exhale through the nose powerfully with the belly button moving. Inhale, fill the belly. Exhale, push all the air out and push the belly button to the spine. Very mechanical. Inhale. Hold the breath. Pull the root lock up. Hold the breath in. Squeeze the muscles around the spine. Squeeze the spine. Sit straight up. We're going to seal all the work in, all the manifestation in this pranic field. Exhale. We're going to do this 2 more times. Inhale. Hold and squeeze. Squeeze your root lock, rectum, sex organs come up. Squeeze the muscles around the spine. Straighten the spine. Squeeze and hold. And exhale. And last time. Inhale deep. Hold it in. Make every muscle tense. That's electricity. You're pushing the work through the whole system. Hold and squeeze. And exhale and relax. Bring your hands down to your lap. Keep your meditation. Hold this field that we're in. That beautiful white light energy just everywhere around you in the field from what we just did. Just sit in this energy and feel the feeling of gratitude. Just begin feeling thankful. This action seems really simple, but what it does in your brain is very, very profound. So just feel grateful for literally anything that you are happy to be with, to experience, to have. And feel that golden light of gratitude pouring out of your heart, filling up your heart space and pouring out into your aura, filling your auric field, pouring past the aura, filling all of the space around you, the whole room around you. Just breathing and glowing. Literally. Okay, beautiful. And to close our practice, we're going to do 3 long Satnams. I am on outer space. I am in outer space right now. I am in Lyra right now. Bring your hands to your chest and let's close out together with 3 long Satnams. Inhale. Satnam. Deep bow to you, traveler, fellow journeyman. I bow to you deeply. I hope you have a beautiful, profound Lion's Gate. Just a message from the guides, those who are doing this practice before the 11th, know that as the codes kind of settle in the field, with the work that we have done, if you've done all the meditations in this video, your arc line is going to explode on the 11th. On the 11th, your aura and your arc line are going to receive this big finalization of the upgrade, and it will expand. And you know when your arc line is expanding when people start reaching out to you, when people start coming to you. The energy that you hold in your field will be very magnetic to those who need upliftment, those who need healing, those who need your help, those who need the light that you can give them. And it's usually something, you know, that you might be uncomfortable with sharing about, like meditation, about aliens, about spirit guides, about ancestors, about anything that's kind of like expanding their borders and pushing them. So pay attention to the people who contact you on and after the 11th, and just hold the awareness of why they're contacting you, because you are the beacons of light. Like Yogi Bhajan was saying in that song, I don't think I ever finished this thought, but there is just, this time is evolving so profoundly that there are no answers in the 3D world for people anymore. There is no medicine. There is no therapy. There is no internet encyclopedia that will be able to help people legitimately help them. And those who hold this Aquarian knowledge, those who know these practices and hold these practices in their aura, are going to be desperately sought out. People might not even know why they're coming to you, but they will be coming. And so pay attention to August 11th. And I think that's it. Yeah, I'm going to be coming out with some fun activations that will go in the shop that will allow you to time travel back to your past lives. Some things I'm just going to put on YouTube just for you to play with for free. And that's it. Happy Lionsgate. I'm so high from those meditations. I'm like, whew, make sure you go ground, make sure you overhydrate, and make sure that you eat, but eat clean. Make it clean. Okay, love you. Sana.